This is Kayla. She's a video editor on Fiverr, a platform for freelance services. Kayla will
Mic check. Hello. 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 Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
What would you say to someone who's unsure about using Shopify?
My business has grown significantly since getting on Shopify, and I know that as we continue to grow, Shopify can keep up with us in terms of speed and in terms of how well it can deliver the customer experience. Start your free trial today with Shopify.
It's everything you wish for. Your site traffic is skyrocketing until this happens. Be careful what you wish for. Build your site on a platform that's engineered for success. So as traffic spikes, instead of overloading your servers, your site infrastructure scales to handle it. Backed up by tens of thousands of servers worldwide, maintaining 99.98% uptime. Wix.
What is up, Chase? What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Can't complain. I cannot complain. How's your day going? I heard you was making some good deals, I see.
Yeah, it was pretty good today. I was pretty much chilling for the most part, but I had the day off work, so threw some offers out there and I bought 3 phones and flipped one of them.
Nice. What platform did you use?
Facebook Marketplace.
Okay. Yeah. So what I've been saying
Actually,
is
offer up too.
offer up too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I've been seeing with a lot of people is a lot of people have been they've been saying that Facebook, they've been getting scammed. I've been getting a lot of people that have been saying they've been getting scammed on Facebook. So it's good to hear that you didn't,
Yeah, some of the scammers are easy to see though.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're like bots, honestly.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. So it should be fairly easy for people to get over and around. So who are you selling them to? Are you selling to consumers or to a buyer?
All consumers so far.
Oh, okay.
Just reposting them on
profit.
Yeah, just reposting them on Marketplace and offer up.
Yeah, that's the best way to go. I just sold 2 iPhone 13s a couple minutes ago. I believe they said it was for, so I got them for $290 and I sold them for $465.
Ooh,
but they were
nice.
sealed though. So, people were oh my God.
A nice little deal on it.
And again, it was locked. Yeah, it was a good deal, man. I've been going back and forth, meeting these buyers, trying to gain more connections and all this stuff, man. Today has been very interesting, very interesting. But it's really good to see that you're getting results too, though, because I know it's a lot of people that I talk to. They get frustrated, because it does take time. It takes time because you mess up a couple times, and then eventually you learn. But a lot of people don't have that patience, and you really, did you mess up at first, or did it just click and you just were able to do it seamlessly?
Yeah, I'm still kind of gauging like how much to offer on certain devices and stuff like that. I'm getting more accustomed to what I'm comfortable offering because of what I feel like I can get after the fact.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like I made not a bad buy today, but not a great buy on the other 2 phones I bought. I got an XR. Well, I was messaging her about the XR, and she said she had another iPhone for sale too if I wanted to get both. And I was like, well, yeah, if the price is right, I'll get both. And she said the other one was an SE 2nd generation, which I'm like,
yeah,
I don't really know if I want that. But I was trying to get I was getting the XR offer for 140. So I told her 200 for both, and she said yeah. And I don't know, I kind of felt iffy about it, but I did it anyway.
Yeah, so you ended up getting SE?
Yeah, I got both for 200.
Oh, for 200. Yeah, that's a good. If you get both for 200, that's a good buy. Me personally, when it comes to you see, 1 second. Yeah, Eastern time. Sorry. I do not like to get SEs because they're really low in profit at times. But if you bundle it, it makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Napoleon, hello, what's up, man? Welcome.
Really, the only reason why I got the SE is because it was the same lady, had the same phone. Like I didn't have to go out of my way to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go over a few things, and I'm gonna take your questions as well. But really, what this is I want to really make it to where we're being intimate as far as in a setting to where I can really address people's questions, but also share my best practices as well. So what I'm gonna do is, one, I'm going to share my screen, and I want to go over a couple of things. So number one, when it comes to phone flipping is a patience game. Like, man, you were just talking about, Chase. It's a patience game. It's not something that's just going to happen immediately. You're not just going to automatically just start to make money, right? It takes money to make money, but it also takes patience. Fast money never lasts. I remember I was in high school at one point, and I was doing a whole bunch of triangle, what they call them? What kind of schemes they call it? Triangle schemes. I did a company called Wake Up Now. And when I did Wake Up Now, which is sort of kind of like a TLC, if you guys have ever heard of it. But it's, sign up a certain amount of people and you'll make X, Y, and Z, right? And I made a whole bunch of money with Wake Up Now because I was able to sign a whole bunch of people up. But what happened was I ended up losing most of that money just buying clothes, and I bought a car. Prom, I went all out, flew my friends to Miami, prom night, little different things that I did really resulted in me essentially failing. And that only became the case because I didn't value the money I made. So I like to tell people, when you first start phone flipping, understand that the money that you're going to make is going to be something that you cherish, and you're going to like to celebrate your wins. You know what I mean? Because if you sit there and just make $100 each day effortlessly, I'm gonna tell you this: you start to not value that $100 eventually. Eventually, it just becomes $100, and you just want more and more and more. But that is the reason why I emphasize falling in love with the journey, not the destination. Don't fall in love with making a billion sales and making the best deals happen. Fall in love with the failures, fall in love with the learning lessons, the growing pains, because those are what's going to maximize your profit. And I think that it is essential for us to really, I would say, embrace failure. You know what I mean? So where are both of you guys from? Like what state?
I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Okay, so you're in Florida. Hold on. Let me see something. Is your mic? Oh, he's still connecting the audio, Napoleon. Still connecting the audio. I'm not sure if you know your audio isn't working. Oh, it looks like you on now. Hello. Oh, still connecting. All right. Well, while you're connecting, I'm gonna continue. Just stop me whenever you get that situated, so we can get to know you a little bit more. All right. So now, right, when it comes to phone flipping, why flip phones? Flipping phones, again, it's not hard. When done right, makes a great side income. Now, are you guys doing this for mainstream income, side income? Like, what's the goal? What is the goal for you, Chase?
This is absolutely passive income for me. I've been looking for like a side income for a while, and I really couldn't. I thought about drop shipping. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on it, and I was like, this is not making any sense to me. So I gave up on that. Like, I couldn't. It just wasn't clicking for me. So I kept going down, the YouTube rabbit hole, and eventually, some of your videos came up. Some other phone flippers on YouTube came up. I kept watching them, and it just made too much sense. I sell phones for a living.
Right.
That's what I do. So I was like, why not try this? It makes too much sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It is a fluid business. It's something that's always going to be in demand. And honestly, it's something I've been doing since I was out of high school. I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't do this. I honestly don't know. But it actually helped me open my first cell phone store. And now I have 6. It brought me to a place to where I was able to literally be stable, financially stable, but also invest in different things. Like, now I'm invested in cars and little things like that. So it's something that you can make passive. It's definitely a great side income. I don't tell people to ever make this a main income. Now, the reason why I say that is because the name of the game is flipping phones. You need money to flip, and you need an income to provide you with some type of income to flip in the first place. So I do not advise for people, because I've run across a lot of people that first they get their first 10 phone buy, and they're like, you know what, listen, I just made X, Y, and Z, or $8,000. Hey, I'm about to just quit my job. It's the second month I made this type of. No, it's no point, because when you least expect it, something can go wrong, right? So I don't tell people to save money. I don't believe in saving money. What I do believe in is investing money. I believe when you save money, you're saving for failure, because when you put your money in the bank, all they do in the bank is just use your money regardless, while you sit there buying Popeyes and Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out and all that. They're spending your money using as leverage. So I don't recommend saving money. Instead, put your money in assets. A lot of people are blowing up my DMs and my Facebook, and all my groups ask me about AirPods because they want an easy way out. They do, and they want to invest in some type of asset that they think is cool. But honestly, this I can honestly say is one of the best income streams I think I've ever come across. I've done a lot, and this one is just at high demand, and I can get an iPhone on vacation if I want it and ship it to my buyer and then get the money. You know what I mean? So you're in full control. You're in full control at all times, and nobody really can stop you. You know what I mean? Nobody can stop you. Your own boss. And essentially no one really can have leverage over you unless you allow them, which we can't allow them to do that either. So Chase, you're not up yet? Oh, Chase is on. Wait, where the other? Wait. Oh my God, they're killing me.
Napoleon?
Yeah, Napoleon, you in here? Let's see. He's not in here.
It says there's 3 participants.
Yeah. Let me see something real quick. I know a couple people thought they thought it was Western Tom. Let me see something. Hey, is your audio working? I know.
Yeah, I can't get in. I tried to get in again. The audio wasn't working. I didn't see the audio. This is not video, right? It's just only audio.
No, it's no video. You can do video if you wanted, but it's definitely you can use your audio. You should be able to use the audio.
Yeah, let me try it again. I gotta get back in. I'm gonna have to try it again.
Yeah. Let me know. All right. Bye. All right, so while he's doing that, we'll do we're just gonna jump into more sophisticated things. I know Napoleon needed help doing something, but we're gonna do this. All right, so Chase, now when you say you're having trouble, because I want to cater to the fact and of a point that you just said as far as how you can gauge what prices you're offering people, right? So let me ask you this: how are you gauging currently the pricing that you're giving people?
Well, I went on eBay. I go on eBay a lot and toggle sold and see what they go for on eBay.
Gotcha.
After you got to filter through like the ones that are like parts only and stuff like that, but then you kind of get an idea of what you could get. So I usually keep that in mind, and then depending on how much they have it up for,
then you'll just go ahead and do that. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, now that is definitely obtainable. Like you can do that, and I think that is a great way of starting. But one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set you up with the price list also, and what I usually leverage the price list for. There it goes. The price list for is
like that's another thing. I'm having trouble getting phones low enough to where I could ship them to you to make a profit. You know what I mean?
Right. So here's the thing. The one thing I can honestly say about the price list, and this is the reason, and I'll show you right here. Right here. So this is an offer up that I'm doing a video on this, and I wanted to start an offer up that had no ratings, that didn't have anything, right? So okay, this is a prime example, okay? This iPhone 13 Pro Max Verizon, right? I got this for $550, but I ultimately sold it for not the seal, because it wasn't sealed, but I actually sold it for, and it was unlocked, $840. So me selling it for $840, I honestly, Chase, all I do is I start at the bottom. I start at the floor, right? And you'll find places where you start at the floor, because what we do is we overthink it. We start at the floor, and people will say, "Oh no, you're crazy." Like I get some of that too. I'm trying to figure where I start at the floor. What? Because do you start at a reasonable price that you would assume, like, okay, well,
Sometimes,
okay.
sometimes I lowball, but I mean, sometimes I'm reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I usually do, my biggest tactic is to try my best to give them the lowest price possible, but still something that makes sense, right? Because what I end up seeing is a lot of people don't have knowledge on these devices. It's not really
They'll
something
have them up for way too much.
Right, exactly. They have it up for way too much, and they're really just waiting for you to tell them what it's worth, right? And like I got this iPhone 14, and I ended up selling it to this guy, but I got this. I sold it for $690, and I got it for around I got it for $390 or $410, one of those. But it's all about finding the people that are eager and really, really want to sell it. And you'll be able to make a good profit. Napoleon, you back with us? Look like your mic is on.
Yeah, this looks like he's muted.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear
Okay,
you.
thank you so much.
Here
Fine.
we go.
All right.
All right. We in business. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
cool. Where are you from?
California.
Oh, California.
I'm in San Jose, California.
All right, perfect. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go back here because I did go past this, but I want to show you something. All right, cool. So in California, I can say from people that I do work with out there, you guys have a good lucrative phone market, but they look for higher prices. Now, California, it all depends on the demographic, but California, they don't really understand and gauge the concept of exactly what the market value for phones are. So what I want to know is, have you started offering for phones? Is this something brand new completely with you?
This is absolutely brand new. I've seen a couple of your videos, and I just decided to do it. I've been looking at it for like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
No, brand new.
Okay. Great. So welcome. So what I'll say about, all right, so what makes you want a phone flip?
Being possibly making some extra money.
Okay, making extra money.
Or
Now,
continually making.
how much?
I can't say I know how much because I don't know prices of the phone. I mean, I've actually seen them. I don't know how much I can make off them and what have you. So I can't absolutely tell you that right now.
Okay, so the profit wise, we're not completely sure what we want. So I'll never ask you what your end goal is, right? Because I don't feel as though there's a ceiling for phone flipping. I honestly don't. But what I would want to say is, what would make you comfortable with making this a side income and continuing to do it. And what I mean by that is we all want to get paid for what we do. You know what I mean? And of course, it's not going to happen overnight, but what amount of money are you going to look at and be like, okay, I'm making X amount, so I know this is working, I'm going to continue.
1,000 a week, I guess.
Okay, 1,000 a week makes sense. How about you, Chase?
Well, I work about anywhere between 40 and 50 hours a week in my main job. So if I can make $100 a day, I'd be happy.
So like 700. Okay.
Makes
sense. All right, cool. So both of the profits that you guys are talking about are realistic, right? The only, I think, bridge between it is understanding what you're willing to do to get it. Now, a lot of us, we want to make money, of course, and a lot of people, especially with phone flipping, they want to make money, but they're not willing to put in the work to make it, right? So they want to flip the easy stuff. They want to try and get fake AirPods and sell them as new. And you even got people on OfferUp that are selling fake iPhones and trying to make it seem like it's a real iPhone. It's this world is just wicked, right? We got a lot of people that are just money hungry and they just want to do anything to make money. So when it comes to income and the importance of another income, you have your financial stability, your option to scale, obviously, and then you get to break free, right? So me, I don't like to work. I've had a job. I was a district manager of a T-Mobile when I was 21 years old. And I did that because I wanted to start my own phone company at one point. And I loved the concept of doing day-to-day operations with phones. But then I started to realize I had no freedom to implement my own ideas. With this, you can implement your own ideas. You can make that $1,000 and then put it into something else that you got going on. Or it could just be something that you use for vacation money. You just have to always understand what goal you want before you even start to learn about phone flipping, because the goal is what keeps us motivated. We got to be goal motivated. We have to be goal oriented. We have to make sure that we're making a plan of attack to tackle this. Mine, when I first started, was $50 a day. That's all I wanted to make. So all I want to ask for you both is, in your head, know a certain amount of money you want to make a day, or maybe 2 days, or even a week, but always set that goal, because if we don't have that goal, we lose sight and track of what we're really trying to accomplish. So when it comes to scaling with phone flipping, the biggest way that you can scale is you can get multiple buyers. You can also have people like I do, which I have people actually buying phones for me as well. I have people that come to my store and sell phones. I have people that just online find my website or my YouTube videos and send me devices as well. So I got devices coming from different ways, so where I don't even have to go out and really meet anybody or text anybody or go on Facebook Marketplace at all. But when I do, it's because I need to tap into what got me started. And, I just want to get in the field, because it's sort of kind of boring not being able to interact with customers. I'll tell you that. But it's a great way to scale, because it's a residual income even when you're sleeping. Because when I'm sleeping, I got somebody else making a deal doing X, Y, and Z. And that helps you control the narrative. And controlling the narrative is my main thing. That's why I'm on YouTube, because I wanted to control my own narrative, and I want to show people they have the power to control theirs as well. If we do not control that narrative and we're allowing somebody else to, and then they might run rampant and just take our stuff and go any type of way. You can get fired from your job, you know what I mean, because you don't control it. But you can't lose an income stream unless you are the reason why. So that's one of the biggest things, and that's what I love about flipping phones, is that I get to control my destiny, my money. So art of flipping phones. So the important keys to phone flipping: use your money as leverage. So Chase, this is what I was about to talk to you about, is using your money as leverage. I use my money as leverage every single day. Can you guys give me an example of how you guys use your money as leverage?
I mean, other than purchasing the phones?
Yeah, anything. It could be any example. Like, what do you look at and be like, okay, I use my money as leverage?
I mean, I put a lot of money into IRA and 401k. So I'm getting money on that. I have a financial advisor who invests some of my money. So my money's making me money.
Yes. How about you, Napoleon?
I have a 401k also, but I'm not exactly doing what my man is doing. I don't have any investments, right? So
Okay.
I'm looking at it. It's not making very much money. I would like to learn how to make it make money.
Yeah. So, okay, and that's fine because a lot of people they're not using their money as leverage because, to be honest with you, it sort of kind of becomes no point to some because we're so clustered with other things and we're just focused on other areas, and that's okay. But we have to start using our money as leverage because once we do that, then our money starts to work for us. So if I make $600 a week, I know for a fact that I make that 2 times a month. So I know I can take something out of that 600 and put it into something that's going to hopefully make me money back. Exactly. I've never been scared of investing money. I've never. Now, has that failed me? Yes. I just brought a car, guys. I just brought a car. I've never bought a car straight cash before, like out of an auction. But I wanted to do this because I've seen my friends doing it and it be successful. And then some of them fail, but I'm like, I want to do it, right? So I did it. And the car, I brought the car for $2,500 and I've invested last week $6,000 into it. And it was not supposed to be that, but I did it. And it is at this point putting me in the red, but I still have my money in that car. And I still, I'm not gonna get the money back that I spent, but what I can do is now I got that car being wrapped with my logo and with different business things that I have going on. And now I have people driving it around or doing Uber. And I have somebody actually driving around doing Lyft. So every time they pick somebody up, drop somebody off, it's a billboard. It's just a moving billboard. Mm-hmm. So that's exactly. So that's how it's like, well, damn, I'm sort of kind of in the hole. I did something stupid. I jumped into something that I maybe shouldn't have, right? But I didn't complain. You know what I mean? I didn't complain and I wasn't deterred because I understood that no matter what, my money went into some type of asset. And as long as we put some of our money into an asset, we're going to be good. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that is the same thing with phone flipping. I had a call to have these calls with people daily. And I had a call recently and a guy was telling me that, you know, he gets this funny feeling when he's about to purchase phones. And the reason he gets the funny feeling is because he doesn't know if he's going to make his money back. And I'm like, yo, I get that feeling every day. But,
yeah, I get that feeling every time I buy a phone.
Yeah, right. It's like and Napoleon, it's
just there.
Yeah. It's just there. You know what I mean? And it's like, you have to understand that's going to be there. It's never going to be a day, no matter how much money you got. Because the people that have money always worry about money. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not like how the rappers want to portray it and you just get money and want to spend it. No, every dollar I lose, I'm literally trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I mean? I feel like, okay, I just lost a piece of me. So I'm worried about every dollar I lose and if I can make it back. So that comes with the territory, and just using your money as leverage is one of the best things I think I've ever done in my life, is understanding that. Now, you can use phones to your advantage, even defective phones. Now, I buy iCloud lock, I buy passcode lock, I buy broken screens, broken backs, cameras messed up, charging ports messed. I buy everything. It's nothing you cannot sell me. All right. Now, the reason for that is because everything is worth money. Everything. Okay. I have right in front of me. I actually just had somebody come in here and bring me, which is a iPhone. No, it's an Apple Watch Series 8, but it's iCloud locked. Okay. And I already know this watch is going to make me $60. How much did I pay for it? Customer came into the store, and I'm reading off of a sticky note currently. Customer came into the store and wanted to sell it, and we ended up getting it for $15. You know what I mean? So it's like just understanding that, okay, I have to use my money as leverage to the person selling me the device. So the person selling me the device, or the person that put that device online, literally is putting it online because they need the money. Okay. No matter how cool they want to act, they need the money. All right. Not saying they broke, not saying they going through anything, but they need the money. So I have the leverage at all points in times, and I can buy any type of device, and you guys can too, because there's somebody that will buy anything. Okay. Overseas, they're unlocking these things fast, easy. The only phone that's hard is the iPhone 14 model, which we'll talk about. Now, you also have to master the art of negotiation. Now, this is something that took me a long time. I failed flipping phones in the beginning of my journey, I'll say, because my tendencies were, I want to be everybody's friend. That was my biggest thing, is I want to be cool. I want to, hey, how are you? You know, I got your best interest at hand and mine as well. And oh, it's too low. Okay, I'll bump the price up a little bit. That's not how you get respect. People don't respect you if you give them the leverage. You have to master that art of negotiation. So you want to pay lower. So the prices on the price sheets that I'm about to show you guys, and on the flipping price sheet that we have, they're low. The reason they're low is because we give people low pricing and we maximize on them falsing, because I get these deals done every day. People use these price lists every day and they're making $100 to $150, sometimes just $50 profit, but it all adds up. All right. So master that art of negotiation. I can sell anything to anybody, and I will do it because I understand the art of negotiation. What can I see in you that is a weak point that you need from me, and how can I leverage it to make sure that I convert you? How? And that's it. Okay. You can get devices from plenty of platforms as well. You got Amazon, eBay, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, everywhere. All right. And I'm not gonna lie, I can walk out this house and probably find somebody that wants to sell a phone. You know, everybody has something that they want to sell, and a majority of people have a phone that they put in their drawer not using, you know, and it's money just laying down, and they don't understand what it's worth. All right. Phones will never lose their importance. We need phones, of course, guys. You guys know this. We all use a phone every day. Phones do not lose any type of traction. That's why I'm in this. I thought about 2 years ago about selling socks, because I love socks. I love socks with designs on them. So I'm like, I'm about to sell socks. But then something clicked in my head. You know how many people are selling socks? You know how many places are selling these socks? And then you know how many sizes you need? Do you know how many variations? It's like, no, I'm gonna just stick to phones, because that side income would just take me down a whole different path that I'm not willing to even exert my energy in. So just understand that phones will never lose their importance, especially iPhones. And then lastly, they can be flipped anywhere. Phones can be flipped anywhere. I go on vacation, I'm flipping phones. Like I don't care where I'm at. I went to my brother's Air Force induction, his little ceremony. I'm flipping phones. I'm flipping phones everywhere. All right. It's no way I'm not going to flip a phone, because this is something that you can do anywhere you want, and also have it on autopilot once you get to that point and have people actually start helping you and just cutting them in on a deal. So now flipping phones aren't for you if you just want an income, because it's not about the income. It's really about you understanding that this is a income stream. This is like something you want to treat like a business. Okay. So it's like, do not think that you're just going to come out and make what the other people and YouTubers are trying to say. There's so many YouTubers on YouTube saying they're making $100,000, $1 million, and all this other stuff flipping phones. Not true. All right. The only way you make that much money is when you have a team. Okay. Like I said, the only way that I make money is by putting my phone flipping money into assets. That's the only way. I wouldn't make money to be able to support my kids and my family just by flipping phones every single day. My money got to go into some type of asset. And that is how you make money. All the little fluff and the things that people think are cute and cool, it's not how it works. It's not realistic. You want to make money, cool, but you really need to know that you are going to have to fall in love with the journey. All right, fast money does not work here. Now, another thing with flipping phones is understanding that you're going to have to learn. There's so many different steps, so many different things that come. Literally, the iPhone 14 ruined the phone flipping game when it first came out. I actually was about to have to close down 3 stores when the iPhone 14 came out. Never, ever did I think that the phones would ever not have SIM cards. And then I brought a whole bunch of these devices from customers only to find out we can't unlock them. So I had to take a pay cut, of course, but it ended up getting better. You know what I mean? I had to learn a way to get around it. And you have to always be willing to learn.
I'm not a fan of it either. I can't stand it.
I cannot stand it, and I hope they stop
At work,
it.
we can't troubleshoot. We can't like put a new SIM card in. You know what I mean?
Where do you work at? What company?
I work at Cellular Sales, which is a retailer of Verizon. It's a 100% commission job.
Oh, okay. So you really a hustler. Okay, I like it.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
literally 100% commission. So you
like
make what you make.
Yeah. That's good. And I'm gonna tell you this: the iPhone 14 definitely was it was a hard mental thing. Like the period when it first came out, it was really, really hard on me because like a lot of people were bringing me these phones. They're like, oh, I got the new phone. I got the new iPhone 14. How much? And then I'm telling you, for iPhone 14, if I'm making 400, my first initial offer is going to be, hey man, I'll give you 225, 250, knowing that I'm going to have to go up, but just letting them know like it's not 600, it's not 800, and they didn't want to fall for it. So a lot of people were sitting on these phones the whole time. They were just sitting on it, hoping that it just goes up, and it didn't, because the eSIMs, and once it's locked on an account, it's locked on an account unless you pay it off and get it off. All right. Now, phone flipping isn't for you if you just want to work alone. I do not work alone, guys. I work with a whole bunch of people. I have a network. I have a network of people that I can hit up whatever I need. Okay, so luckily I do fix phones, but if I didn't fix phones, I'm going to hit somebody up that does, and I just use my people and the people around me, my network, and I use them all as leverage, just like I use my money. So I just make sure that I have somebody that can unlock iCloud, somebody that can do a whole bunch of different things. If I'm not in town, make sure I have somebody that appreciates me, because I let them get a free case one day, be able to, hey, can you pick up these phones for me? Can you do X, Y, and Z for me? Don't work alone, guys. That's why I have the For Hustlers only community, so we can all work together. Even little things like this, being able to talk and being able to understand and pick each other's brains and figure out different pain points that we may have. It all ends up coming into the light and helping someone else, no matter what, you know. So managing money as leverage, finding the best deals, knowing your price point, always putting money back in. So finding the best deals, I'm gonna tell you this right now, that takes time. Okay, finding the best deals take time. I don't always find the best deals. I have to make them the best deals for me. Okay, I just last week brought an iPhone 13. Did not realize that this iPhone 13 had this huge crack on it. Well, not crack, but little scratch on it. The scratch was really deep. Sold it to a buyer. Buyer says, hey man, I got to take $80 off of this because this crack is taking it to grade C. And I should have transitioned that deal into, okay, whatever my initial offer was, I'm gonna take it down $80 because it's a deep crack. So it's just all about understanding how to make the deals the best deal, and not letting the person who's selling it to you control that sale. Knowing your price point. This is what me and Chase was just talking about. And I do have a few tools that I'm gonna leave you guys with, so that you guys can actually gauge your price points. So the Hustlers Mindset phone flipping price sheet, I'm going to give it to both of you guys. And this updates every day. Now, it doesn't update every day with, hey, Napoleon, this is the best prices out on the market. No. Because see, it's not about having the best price. Chick-fil-A, prime example. Y'all know what Chick-fil-A is?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Chick-fil-A doesn't have the biggest menu. Y'all know what restaurant has the biggest menu?
No.
What fast food chain? I'm sorry.
McDonald's?
Burger King. That's why they have it your way. That's why they have that, because they have the biggest menu, but that's also the business that's making the least money. McDonald's is right above there, where they have a whole bunch of options. Chick-fil-A, they narrow their options down. They have holiday options and limited time options, of course. But guess what? They're they're telling the consumers what they're going to get. You know what I mean? They're telling them, hey, you're going to get a chicken sandwich spicy. I used to love the spicy chicken strips. They don't have them in my area anymore. They took that away from me. But they knew that they controlled it. They had that leverage. It's the same thing when it comes to phone flipping. I know what the price is. You can't tell me what that phone is worth. And if you want to tell me what that phone is worth, you can go and sell it to an idiot that's going to do that and then take a loss. But guess what? I'm going to tell you what it's worth. and you're going to give me the phone, not because I'm demanding you or I'm aggressive, but because I'm giving you not the best deal, but what it's worth. And that's just how we operate. You can't go into Walmart and say, hey, I know I got this Dove soap and, you know, I know it's $10.99, but I really want to pay $6. No, it doesn't work like that. This is what the price is. All right. And then next, always putting your money back in. This is what a lot of people have trouble doing. A lot of people, they, for some odd reason, they make their first good sale and they want to just spend it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, this is how you make your bread. You start an LLC. Okay, this is what I'll tell you guys to do. Go to the irs.gov website tomorrow, start a LLC. Okay, now this LLC that you're going to start, it doesn't cost any money to create an EIN. It does not cost no money. People think this is so hard. It's so easy. Create the EIN. Once you create the EIN, you go to your state. I want you to type whatever state you live in. So if it's California, Florida business license, or Florida or articles of incorporations, California articles of incorporations. Then what's going to happen is you're going to have to pay whatever the fee is. In Philadelphia, it is $125, right? $125 to get my business solidified and registered, because the EIN doesn't do that. The EIN is just think about it like a social, but you have to make sure that the business is registered for that social really to matter, right? Now, once you get this LLC, you get the articles of incorporations and you have your EIN. Now what you do is you are making your income, your phone flipping income, a real business. You take that, you go and get a business account. Once you get your business account, I have 2 business accounts. I have one with Chase and I have one with Bank of America. Once you get these business accounts, what you do is you start putting all of your phone flipping money in that business account. Now you have, let's say, $30,000 in this account. Once you have that $30,000 in this, let's go smaller than that. Let's just say you have $5,000 in that account. You built it up a year and you got $5,000. Once you have that $5,000 in that account, you're building credit with the business. With the bank on your business. And now you can go ahead, if you have any further aspirations with business, you can start to show, hey, I am making deposits. I am making money. My business is doing something. And as you grow, 30,000, 50,000, and I'm not saying don't take no money. I say take 20% of your profits and use it with whatever you got. But once you start seeing this money build and the bank sees it, guess what? As soon as you pick your head up, you see your money going up, you establish a business with business credit off of just flipping phones. Now, from there, you get a loan. Now, this is where you see people on YouTube. They have all of these phones they're buying and all of that. This is what they did. Now, you can go get a loan and you can take that loan and you can buy more phones. So you get let's just say you get $100,000 loan from the bank because they see you got money coming in. Use that $100,000 and now you taking $20, $30 profit per phone, and it all adds up. And then you're making more money. This is how people turn this into a serious income. Okay, guys. So it's a time. It's timely, but this is how people that you may see on YouTube are making money, and they're also making it seem as if they're Bill Gates and Beyonce, or you know what I mean, Post Malone, or whatever they want to act like they some rock stars. No, they're using their money. They're using their money as leverage, and it's not like they're making those profits, because some of them are taking $5 profit. $5 profits off of phones, but it's all about how many phones they're getting. You know what I mean? So that's really where the phone flipping game sort of kind of changes for you, when you can sit there and buy 20 phones at a $5 profit, and all you made was $100. And that's why they get on YouTube and they may show, oh guys, I got all these iPhone 11s and it's 20 of them or 100 of them, but they're making $2 profit with them. So they're really only making a small profit, but it looks good, So that is how you can turn this into a legitimate business. All right. Now, going back to the start, we have to learn how to find a market value. So finding the buyer's price sheet is very, very good. Okay. Something that I would recommend you both to do. And you have a couple. You have Atlas, with a lot of my educated hustlers, I call them use, and I have one myself. Now, the one with myself, every single Sunday, like I just got up the call this morning. We have a plan of attack where we actually go over people's sales. We go over the price list. So it's not just a price list that comes with this. It's more so you get the price list. You also get a dedicated call every single week going over different phones that you should buy this week, phones you shouldn't buy this week. How can we negotiating live, different things of that nature. But the phone price list shows you the market value. And from that, it's important to always deduct $50 to $80 off. Okay, so if you look at that little picture that I have right here, iPhone 14 Pro, 256 gigabyte unlocked, 870. I would take that 870 and then I would just plug it in a calculator, and then I would minus whatever I want my profit to be. So let's say I'm being a little greedy today because I want to get some Chick-fil-A. So I'll say $80 off. So I would offer somebody for iPhone 14 Pro 256 unlocked $790 at most. Now, if you want me to be honest, if I'm negotiating with somebody, I'm offering $700 because I want to give myself some type of room to be able to be talked up in their head, talked up. But essentially, right, I want them to feel like they're winning. You know, you can sell phones to buyers using the buyer price list. You can ship it to them. This is when you start to make a good amount of money as well, as when you're shipping phones to buyers and you don't even care about meeting people. I'm not a guy that likes to meet people. I have recently started just because I want to boost my content on my channel, but it's something dangerous. I've had people try to rob me before. I've never was robbed though. I've had people snatch phones out of my hand and run down the alley. Definitely didn't go down the alley. You had a phone buddy. I've had people sell me iCloud phones, iCloud lock phones, and rip the money out of my hand and then run down the alley. I didn't go down the alley. You know what I mean? It's like little things. I have a lot of people do weird stuff. So I don't like really meeting with people in person. And that's why a buyer is really cool, because I can trust that buyer, because I see the buyer and I know that the buyer is on whatever type time he's on, and I'm on whatever time I'm on. You know, I don't have any need to feel any type of, you know,
can I interject right there?
So researching devices, I like to research devices on OfferUp. I used to do on eBay. So Chase, I know you were saying that you do look on eBay for your device market price.
I only look at eBay to see like what they're selling for.
Okay, with this, okay.
Yeah, I don't really buy anything on eBay.
Got you. So we're talking about just doing the research. So that would be research. So right, that is good. You know what I mean? eBay is really good for doing research. Pawn shops use eBay. A lot of places use eBay. The reason I use OfferUp is only because I am more of a local seller. So prime example, if somebody comes into my store and they want to give us a phone, right? In Philly, I don't live in the city, but my stores are in the city. So the city has a lower market for the devices. Now I'll break that down for you guys. For our iPhone 14 in the city, they'll sell that thing to me for low, but they'll also buy it high because some people have a different value for it, right? You got the person that's an early adapter, which means they want to buy things fast and quick. They want the best of the new thing. You know, they want the new X, Y, and Z. They need it. They gotta have it. Then you got a mid adapter, somebody that's like, I do my research for 2 weeks, and then if I come across it, I might buy it, but you know, I really do want it, but I just want to do my research first. And then you got a late adapter, which is somebody, they can wait. They can wait for years. They can wait 5-10 years for an upgrade. So it's like in my city, when I search on OfferUp, I can look and literally see, okay, this is the price that the early adapter, since that's what a lot of the city has, is people that just want to spend money, what they really are valuing the price of this device to be. But on eBay, it was more so I'm seeing for a wide range of people, and they don't necessarily have to be in my area. So that is a tip, to make sure that you look on eBay and also look on OfferUp and compare them, because
OfferUp will show us what they sold for too.
Yes. So I'll show you.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'll show you that right now, actually. So
I noticed on OfferUp that there are a lot of ridiculous prices on there. For
Yeah.
instance,
Yeah.
with higher prices, and then lately I've been noticing too that on OfferUp and also Facebook that they're ridiculously low. I think I saw a couple of iPhone 14s for like $80 or something. So I saw them repeatedly with different phones. So I'm like, this got to be some type of scam or something.
It's probably like
Yes.
$80 down payment in the description or something.
Something like that. I saw on I think I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, there's a lot of stores that post.
Yeah. So that's a scam for sure. So I wouldn't even bother with that because that just don't even seem right. And I come across it a lot, especially in my DM. But it's just people just trying to get your money, to be honest, and thinking that you're Joe Schmo and dumb. But just don't even entertain that. What I would say is, so Chase, I'll show you. So the way to find.
Can you only do it on desktop?
That I'm seeing if I can do it on desktop. I usually don't.
Okay,
Do it
cool.
on here, but it's usually here. I'm gonna look into how to do it on desktop. I don't know, but it's usually in the filters section. But let me show y'all this. So prime example, if let's say you can also go here. So you can, like, if I type in iPhone 14, I already have it on that on sold, because that's all I do on here is look up like sold things. So I can see that I should never ever sell a phone on MERCARI ever in my life, because it's listen on MERCARI. But I can see what's being sold, and that's sort of kind of the same thing on what I do here. Or what I would do as well is I'll click on somebody's profile, and desktop is so much different. And click on there, and then I could see, okay, this person sold one, but look at this. This is what you're talking about, Napoleon, like the $1. But that's not really what they're charging.
No, of course it's not $1, but I'll see $80, right? And yeah, $80. I know it's not. I know it's not legit for $80. So
yeah. And
I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah, so and then they'll be like, hey, I can't take payment on this and X, Y, and Z. So
I didn't even get that far, but I know what comes next.
Yeah. So just
do this or that.
Yeah, exactly. So just making sure you're doing your market research on the market value. And that's why we have lists like this right here. So you guys both will get this. So prime example, the best phone to buy right now is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. This is the best.
I have this right now, the buyers.
Yeah. So it changes every day. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes it will stay the same. The market has been very, very interesting because nobody is getting any type of movement, like the phone. So this is what Apple did. They took out SIM cards because they wanted to slow the rate of iPhones being passed around, right? So right now, the iPhone 13 Pro Max yesterday skyrocketed because now what we're starting to see is people are giving up on trying to unlock these iPhone 14s, and instead they're saying, okay, I'll just take the older version where I can go to my carrier and get another device and you know what I mean, and go ahead and have AT&T and then go to Verizon if I want a new promo and etc. So that was what the overseas consumers are doing. So now iPhone 13s are skyrocketing. I just brought an iPhone 13 from some girl for $550 and got $845. So it's like, this is where you can say, okay, I might not offer somebody $845. I might not. Okay. I can go higher, I can go lower, but I do know that this is the market value. I know this is the mark. I know I better not go higher than this, to be completely honest, because it's not what it's worth. But if I do, I better have a plan. I better have a plan. Now, for iPhone 13 Pro Max 512, I know for a fact you'll never sell this higher than this because nobody really needs it. Nobody really needs a 512. And if they do, they're going to go see Chase at Verizon. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? That's how people think. All right. So understanding that the market value is very important. Now, you will lose money with this income stream. Okay. I will tell you guys that you will lose money. And please do not think that you're going to be perfect. You're going to lose money. And let me explain to you why. Because other price lists, they have some of this, but they don't have all of this in fine print. Prime example, flex bad IMEI equals locked. What is a flex bad IMEI? IMEI that is reported lost or stolen, an IMEI that has any type of discrepancy on it, that is going to be an IMEI that even if it's unlocked, if the IMEI has some type of flag on it, like blacklisted, like somebody reported it stolen or something, that is going to be a deduction. You went from 915 to 505. So these deductions matter. So you have to be able to understand you will lose money if you do not look at these deductions. I didn't put these rules out. These are what the market rules are, and they change frequently. So
how do you know how much to take off? Like take off if that's the case. If that's the case.
Yeah. So you would look at a list like this, and you would go and say, okay. Me personally, I don't have to look at the list anymore. Really, I know if you have a red phone, right? So if you have a red iPhone 11, let's just say red iPhone 11. If you have a red iPhone 11, oh, Edward, my bad, I'm tripping. If you have a red iPhone 11, you're really going to have to persuade me that I'm going to be able to sell this to a consumer for me to buy it. Why? Because red colors come with deductions. Why do they come with deductions? They come with deductions because nobody wants them. Now you may be like, that's not true, Brandon. A lot of people like red and da-da-da. No, this is overseas. Remember, this isn't about us. This isn't about what we like. This isn't about what we see. This is about the mass audience. And the mass audience is not buying red. Why? It gets scuffed up. Why? When it's cracked, it's highly noticeable. Why? Because it has fingerprints that you can see. Like all these little intricate details, you know what I mean? So for me to buy a red phone, which I have done, it's going to come at a discount, and I would definitely discount $10, even if this wasn't here. If this was a race, I'm still discounting it because I don't know. If it's Verizon, I'm still discounting it. I'm still discounting. If it's Cricket, I'm still discounting it, even if it's not here. So even if it's down here where I don't see a deduction and I'm a little iffy, and this is to your discretion, I'm going to deduct it because I'd rather be safe than sorry. Now, if they talk me up and we negotiate in, I might go and disregard it, but I'm saying my first offer is always going to have this because I have to be considerate about whatever type of loss I can take. And that's so important. You know what I mean? So important. Is Edward in here? What's up, Edward? How are you, man? I hope you are doing good. I like your tree picture. It's cool.
What's up, man? My voice is gone, so I'm not really going to talk that much.
No, I got you. Just wanted to say hi, man. Appreciate you for stopping by, bro. Okay, so now when you understand that you're going to lose money, it's way easier, okay? A lot of people don't know this. I took a break from buying phones and just had my stores doing it. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna start going on YouTube and doing this because a lot of people were asking me to show them, a lot of my friends, and I would show them and they would be like, you should start making money from this. You start actually doing this for a job. And I'm like, no, I don't like teaching people. Oh, well, you should, bro, you should. And I just disregarded it for a while. But at one point I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it because a lot of people hate work, right? We hate work. We hate having to get up sometimes. I've lived a life where I didn't have to get up. I didn't have to work, right? And then my life became extremely depressing because the waking up, Chase, prime example, how you said you work an all commission job. I miss working an all commission job. Why? Because when I wake up and I have an all commission job, that makes me motivated. It's like, all right.
Yep, exactly.
I gotta make X, Y. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's so cool, you know? And even if it wasn't an all commission job, even if it's a 9 to 5, all right, bet, listen, I need to go and buy Christmas gifts for December, whatever. I have a goal and I know how to attack it when I have some type of problem, right? And these problems that we have is sort of kind of can be motivational tools for us. And I ended up going out and buying a phone, and I'll never forget my first phone that I brought after taking a break was an iPhone XR red. Customer, I talked to him, I think on OfferUp, he came into my store. When he came into my store, he was like, "What's up, Brandon? I watched your videos, you're so cool," and everything, like buttering me up. And I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man? Thank you so much. Thank you for your support." And everything. He's talking to me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just selling this for my brother," and da-da-da. I look at the phone, it has the hello screen, like the little white screen saying different languages. I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
So I flip it up and I hit English or whatever the step is, and go through it a little bit. But he said something, I think he said something about like the electronics on the wall, because I do sell, like all my stores sell wholesale. So he was asking me like prices. He was distracting me. So he distracted me to the point where I ended up giving him the money, took the phone. Then when I went to go and have my staff process it, they went through all the steps until it said, type in your iCloud password. And I was like, wow, it's iCloud locked. Wow. Long story short, I ended up getting it off, but it was me not paying attention and I lost money regardless, because I could have had a seller beforehand. Like I brought that phone knowing that customers would come in for it, and I wasted time having to actually send it out and get that iCloud off. So it's like, understanding you'll lose money, but it's not about the money you'll lose, it's about the money you'll make. All right, it takes money to make money, and it also takes losses to learn your lesson. I think in a group chat, somebody actually just said that recently. They were like, "Yeah, Brandon, I know you told me, but lessons sometimes are the best teachers, like experience. Experience is the best teacher." And it's so true. It sucks, but it's so true. All right, how to get the best profit? Use OfferUp, eBay, Amazon to check phones' current values. Okay. Set your price point no lower than $50. Now, I will tell you guys this. There's people on YouTube saying, "Yo, man, listen, guys, I take $12 profit, $5 profit, $20. I got a family to feed. I got lights to stay on. My time is valuable, just like your time is valuable. I will not take anything lower than $50. Like once we start getting up to the $50 portion when our negotiation is going on, I'm already like, okay, you know what I mean? Here's my number. Talk to me whenever you change your mind, because I'm not going past that. $50 is the minimum profit I make per phone. And that will that's for life. I will never change that because it has to make sense. And I'm a business. I don't look at this as being a business. I'm a business. And we have to understand that our price is our price, right? Contact sellers with confidence. Don't contact them with being a friend. Contact them with confidence. Understand that you have everything in your control. Like it's literally your leverage. Ask for the device information. A lot of people ask me, "Hey, Brandon, if they don't give me the IMEI, what do I do? Do I keep talking to?" Hell no. If you don't give me the IMEI, Napoleon, do you know what the IMEI is?
Yeah, I know what that is.
Okay. If you don't give me the IMEI, I will not talk to you.
There's no sense in talking to him because you can't get any information.
I can't get no information, and you're asking me to trust you. And I will not trust you. That's just like asking you. That's like me sitting there letting somebody watch my 4-year-old daughter, and I don't even know you, and you talking about, "Hey, I'll stay in the house and watch her while you go to work." No, like that's how I view it. It's like it's despicable to me. It doesn't even make sense. Use 6W as well to find out everything, which I'll show you guys as well. If you haven't already used it, this is the best IMEI checker to ever use. The 6W, the best, because it has so many options. I can choose options that tell me when it was brought, tell me how long somebody used it, tell me the usage, tell me every single thing. I love 6W. That's the only one I trust, because you got IMEI checker, you got so many different ones, but I don't trust them because they don't have the options I need. If I'm a little sketchy about somebody, I'll choose a different option. I won't choose just a regular one. I'll choose a more in-depth one. If they don't know the carrier, or I feel like they're lying about the carrier, then I'll change. You know what I mean? That's just how it works, you know? I always change it depending on who it is, you know? So make sure you deduct the prices for the deficits. So keep your emotions out of the sale as well, and make sure your buyer has an affordable way to send devices. So making sure that you are going to meet up with somebody, you're going to sell it to a consumer, or you're going to send it to a buyer before you purchase. Like, have a plan. Have a plan. If you don't have a plan, I'm telling you right now, it's going to backfire, because you should always have a plan and then have a backup plan for your plan, because you got to make sure that you are always going to have your ducks in a row no matter what. I don't sit on phones for longer than a week. I really don't. I try to get them out as fast as possible, because the longer you sit on them, the longer they use their value.
Question.
Okay, so yeah.
Quick question. You were saying that you have individuals send you phones?
Yes.
Without wasting time or different things, because people can actually tell you anything over email or phone or what have you, right? I have this and that, right? Let me see it or what have you. You can see to a certain point, right? And then they send it to you, right? Well, you're not paying them until after you get the phone. Is that correct?
That is correct. So what happens is, I have the phones sent to a residential address, right? So it's like a house address, because that stores, when you have phones sent to stores, all they do is steal them nowadays, which is weird, but they do it. Once it comes to that residential address, I have somebody actually do a 6-point inspection. All they do is just check everything, the IMEI. If it's a used device, they check the camera, charging port, phone calls, everything, antenna, all of that. And once they do that and they give the okay, you get a invoice email, and that is when you will get your Zelle or Cash App or wire to your bank account, depending on how much. So that's how it works. It goes to an inspection. An inspection isn't anything that's crazy. You know, we don't want to try to put acid on the battery to make sure that the battery is a certain temperature. Like, we don't care about that. It's just more so just making sure the fundamentals, are appropriate.
You have that in the class here? Is that the points? Okay. So
I don't think we had a 6-point inspection points, but when you send the phones, before you send them, the 6-point inspections based criteria is sent to you. So it's all sent to you in email before you even send a device, so you can check it. So we have a buyer's checklist, and we also have a buyer's inspection checklist that gives you that 6-point inspection. So I'll shoot that over to you as well.
I appreciate that, because I plan on doing most of mine locally.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yep. Use phones, okay, guys? And then it's exactly what we're talking about. So use phones or devices that do not have box or accessories. Devices that have wear and tear, they save you money. Okay, so I'll say that again. Devices that have wear and tear save you money. A lot of people, they're missing out on a big sector of the business, which is cracked screens, cracked bags. Those phones are worth money. You want to know why? Because they don't have any value. So prime example, those phones that you see people selling for parts, they have value. Now, the value they have depends on the device, but I'll tell you an example. I have an iPhone 14 right here. The iPhone 14 does not come on, but guess what it does have? It has a great screen. The screens right now for the iPhone 14 are going for $165. So I sell it to a buyer for $100 for a phone that don't work. The phone that came into my store when it didn't work was sold to me by somebody that found it on the ground. And that person that found it on the ground didn't have any value for it. They had no value for it. So what they did was they sold it to me for $20. So it's like, okay, me just taking that in gave me a good profit. And it's the same thing you guys can do. Understand, used phones don't have to always work. You just got to get them at the right price point. Now, if I'm buying a phone which I don't do. I don't do this. I don't get phone shipped to me, but I do know people that do.
You don't get phone what?
Shipped to me. Like I don't have people ship phone. Like when I say ship, I'm not talking about like with the buyer priceless. I'm talking about I don't go on like eBay and see phones and say, hey.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You know, what someone contact you from this place or that place, right? And say, I got 3 phones like that. I'm going to send them to you. Yeah, that's what I was.
So I I do it, but I don't. So Napoleon, what I'm trying to say is this, because I get what you're saying, and I don't want to make it confusing.
I really don't want to do it myself at all.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is I'm putting myself in a position that you guys are like when I'm just doing it for a side income. I don't go on OfferUp, prime example. I won't go on OfferUp and then I won't just buy a phone from somebody on OfferUp I don't know, don't have any type of relationship with, and they just send. I don't do it, but it does work to some extent. It does work, but I just don't do it because I need to see this. I need to see what it is. I got before I pay you.
That's the way I feel.
You know, I gotta see what's going on with the phone. If I don't see it, I have a hard time, to be honest with you, trusting people when it comes to that. You know,
right.
Yep. So now refurbished phones are going to be a bit different. Now, refurbished phones and used phones always get mixed up with people because refurbished phones, they have a box. That's the difference. And a lot of people don't know this. You have a box, you can really label that phone as refurbished. Now, if you don't have a box, you still can. But it will be more of a, you might have to prove it to whoever you're selling it to type of scenario. But I don't know if you guys ever heard of Assurant or Assurion. When people used to do insurance claims, Chase, you heard of Assurant and Assurion, right?
Yeah, it's the insurance Verizon sells.
Yep. So a lot of people, what they do, and this is how a lot of people get the phones as well, but it's slowing down. They'll lie and say that they broke their phone or lost their phone, get a phone shipped to them, pay a deductible. So they get an iPhone 13 Pro Max for $200 because they have that insurance, get their deductible. Once they get the deductible, they'll sell that refurbished phone because Assurion usually sends refurbished devices. They don't really usually send the new ones anymore, but
the deductible is only $99 now too. They just dropped it.
Wow. So you know, people are trying to do that. So those are refurbished, and refurbished phones are pretty good pricing. I'll take a refurbished phone. I buy refurbished phones from people that come into my stores as well. So, you know, refurbished phones are cool. They'll make you a good amount of income. They won't have physical damage. Okay. They won't have any defects. That's the difference between used and refurbished. Is refurbished is basically like, hey, I assure you that this is in great or good standing. And you know, it doesn't have defects at all. So boom. That is refurbished. Now
buyers don't take refurbished phones today.
Yes, they take everything.
Oh, they do? You just let them know that it's refurbished or what have you. Okay.
So yep. You'll say, hey, it's grade A, grade B, grade C, which the criteria is on the price list always on what grade A and B and C are. C is basically heavy scratches, B are light scratches, and A is going to be, you know, no scratches, of course. So it's just all about the grade of it. But they do. They take everything, even if it's cracked up, shattered, ran over by a truck. You'll find a buyer that'll take it because what buyers do is they just rebuild it and they sell it for more. That's it. You know, that's it. New, of course, they're sealed. A lot of people, they get this mixed up. And when I first started selling to buyers, I got in arguments with buyers a lot. Okay, I'll tell you this. I got in arguments with buyers a lot. What I mean by arguments is we're sitting there and I'm like, I'm not selling you to this. I'm not selling this to you because I know that this is new. They're like, no, it's not new because it's not sealed. Yes, it is new. It was never taken out of the box. They had to open it, blah, 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 but they never ever bite. And the reason they don't bite is because guess what? You cannot have a new device and it's open. Just like nobody's going to buy AirPods and they're open. I wouldn't buy no open AirPods because I don't know where these AirPods been. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you have to, it being sealed, that makes you the max amount of money. Sealed is the best, okay? Seal would be the best price, the best bang for your buck. All right. And that's what I prefer to buy is sealed. So you can start flipping now, of course. Okay. You can start flipping literally immediately. It's really not any type of criteria that you really need to start flipping phones except for some type of money. Okay. people ask me all the time, what would I start flipping with? Like the lowest amount of money I would start flipping with is probably like like 250. I wouldn't go as far as going as low as 100 because
Can I say something real quick?
yeah.
I started, my voice is gone, sorry, but I started with like 2 weeks ago. I'm the guy who was posting up those pictures in the text chat.
Yeah.
The iPhone, three iPhones for like 1,003, and I sold them for 1,007 the very next day. So I started with $250 and I bought the iPhone 11, I think. And then I sold that for like 300, 400. And then I just kept on flipping it. I was hustling, man. I was on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, and I was sending messages to everybody. I was gonna make a deal, and my profit margin was I wanted to make anywhere from 100 to 150 each phone. And I just kept on posting it. As soon as I got the phone, I had my nephew, my niece, posted up on my account driving back from home because I was trying to be like a delivery service person in a way. I went to go pick up the phone. I was like, for real, serious. I was like, hey, I'll go pick up the phone right now for $200 or 150. And they're like, all right. I try to put my position as they needed me. I didn't need them. I don't need that phone. I got your money. You want it? I got it. Let me go pick it up for you right now. 150 cash. Boom. Got it. Hey, that same day, I had my nephew, my niece posted up for $20. I paid them $20 and I sold it that same day and within a couple minutes. And then boom, another one. Hey, let me go look for another. If you guys can find me a deal, I'll pay my nephew, my niece $20 each deal they can give me. And boom, picked up another one. 2 phones now. I got an extra 150 to play with. Turned that 150 into 1,000 within a month. Now I'm playing with 4,000. And I'm just, man, this stuff is insane, dude.
My man, you can inspect the phone that fast?
Yeah, man. I mean, I
Okay.
sick W, and then I just I took like 4 screenshots, posted up on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. Get the first message. Look.
No.
If I buy
I'm
an
talking
iPhone
about
13,
when you
what's
buy
up,
it.
man?
I'm saying when you go to buy the phone, you can expect it that quick.
Yeah, I mean, look, the way I do it is I look for phones that are unlocked, no scratches, no cracks. It to me, the box is important, but not that important to me. Just the way I do my business.
Okay.
And I post it up real quick, man. As soon as I get it from you, I take 4 screenshots, the front, back, the sides. I post it up. Sick W has all the information. If it's blacklisted, if it's unlocked, the memory size, and I post it up as a little graph. As I say, clean IMEI, blacklist clean, 128 gigabytes, unlocked to any carrier. And if I want 150 profit, I upsell it. Which if I pay 500 for whatever phone it is, I say I want 650. They're gonna bring it down to 600, and then I'll be like, all right, I'll take it. All right, come pick it up now, quick. It's your only opportunity. And boom, they feel like they're the boss man for bringing down $50 from you. But in all reality, man, you're making that 150. Another one of those deals. You have 300. You could buy another phone. Come on, man. This stuff is easy, guys.
Exactly, Edward. Listen, I've been seeing you work, man. I've been seeing you
this
work.
Is some easy stuff, man.
And I would tell you this exactly. It is easy, and I think once you get your groove, once you understand how you want to run your business, like I said in the beginning, guys, this is your business. I told you guys, get that LLC, get that articles of incorporation. Now, when you Edwards, when you are sitting there running and driving, and you have this as a business now, and you got a business account, get an EIN. So go to irs.gov tomorrow, get an EIN. Then I want you to go to your state website, your state business website. I want you to get an article of organization. Once you get that, that's going to cost you about, like, depending on where you're at, like around the 125. Get that. You go get a bank account. You put all your bread that you're making from flipping phones, make sure it touches that bank account first before you spend anything or put anything back, right?
All right.
Then let's say you have 4,000. Now that 4,000, whatever you spend on gas, you use your business card. Okay,
Yeah.
you use your business card. Now at the end of the year, you make sure you get you an accountant. Okay, when you get that accountant, now that accountant is going to do all of the tax write-offs for you. So you're gonna get all your gas money back. You're gonna get everything that all your funds back. Go. Somebody want to sell you a phone, and then there's somebody that you're like they're a repeat. Somebody you repeatedly are buying phones from. I don't care if y'all sit down at Chili's and sit there and you expect whatever you do, and it has something to do with you flipping phones. Now those are tax write-offs. You get that money back. Now
It's a
you're
business
operating like a
expense,
business.
boss. Come
Exactly.
on, man.
So that's
What?
that's the next step, bro, that I need you to take, because once you start to do that, then you get your loans. So once the bank starts to see, okay, Edwards, he's making $4,000 a month. All right, cool. Let's give him a $20,000 loan. Now, if you want it, you could take that $20,000 loan and you can start investing in more phones. Now you can do Facebook ads. Now you can pay your niece and your nephew a little bit more, and they're full-time. Well, not full-time, but because I know they probably got school and
Oh
everything.
man, they're excited for it.
Exactly. You know what I
They're
mean?
like 15. They're like for real. For $20, they're like 14 and 15 years
Yeah.
old. I
Oh,
can
you
make
got
like
another one you want me to
$100 a
post?
week. Come on, man.
Yo, and that's you have a business, man. This is a business.
Another thing that I've went through that not a lot of people tell nobody. Whenever you're inspecting phones, take the time to inspect it. Put your Wi-Fi on that phone, because I got messed over twice already from an MDM phone, which is a company is tracking that phone. And instead of the value being at $300, whatever phone it is, the value is going to be cut in half or a quarter of your profits, man.
You
So
said
inspect
put
it,
your Wi-Fi
connect it
MDM
to your
phone?
hotspot on your phone.
Yeah.
Connect it to your hotspot and make sure that you can sign in to iCloud, because I got messed over twice by it, but it's all good because I'm still getting some money back selling it for parts. So it doesn't bother me any. But that's something that not a lot of people know about whenever they buy used phones, because a
Yeah.
lot of people in America are very scammy-ish
Yep.
and not good people. So they just want to make their quick money for their quick little fix or whatever they're using the money for. And but connect it to your Wi-Fi on hotspot on your phone and go through the whole setup process. Just because they restored it doesn't mean everything is clean on the phone. So go through the whole setup. It only takes you like 2 minutes. Make sure you can connect the Apple, iCloud, and also the battery percentage. You can take off like $50 from all these guys.
Yep.
Yesterday, I picked up an iPhone 13 Pro Max, 258 gigabytes for only $100. This guy wanted 600. I brought him down to 4 just by negotiating through text and verbal. And then as soon as I arrived, I told him, "God, sir, the screen is replaced. You can see it right here, and I can show you proof. I don't mean to say anything bad about your phone, but I can see it. My customers are not going to want this. I'm going to get charged 150 just to replace the screen back to true tone. And look, sir, the battery is already being depleted. It's already at 83%. I'm going to have to take away another $100. I'm sorry, but I got the cash if you really want it." And he's like, "Oh man, that's messed up. You
But
told me this price."
but
I'm
that's
like,
for
"Man,
real
but
though.
look,
If there's something wrong with it,
yeah."
Yes,
those
and you want to
So
know something? That is you
what's up?
using your money as leverage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
okay,
You
okay.
need to put you on top. These people feel like they got something that we want. No, we got what they want.
Yep.
They want the
Yep.
money because
They
they're
want the
posting
money.
it up. Sorry about my voice. They're posting it up.
No, I hear you.
So if they're posting it up, they feel like they got the big dog in the house. No, we got it, guys.
So
Yep.
are
We
you
got the money.
saying
Yeah.
you
We got
don't
what they want. Come on,
do you
man.
Okay.
do you not ask for the battery health before you pick it up, or do you
No,
inspect that
the
and
way
try to get
the
the
way
price
I
down?
do it is I want the phone in hand, so they won't feel like, oh, this guy just wants all my information. I go to them or they come to me, whatever, and I don't really ask for the IMEI up front. I ask for it whenever I'm in person because I can take that price down all the way down to as low as $100 if I want to. I'm like, sir, this phone is stolen. I'll give you $50 for parts. Come on, for real. I'm being serious. I'll give you
Oh
$50 for
my
this
God.
phone, and I'll go and sell it for 150 for parts to another company.
Yeah.
This is the way I do my
No, you're
business.
right. You're
Come
right.
on, man. This
You're
is some
right.
easy stuff. You
It
need to
is.
stop being shy and stop being scared. Just go over there and go grab that phone. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
you
I'm
need to
not neither one of those.
crack.
I'm neither one of those. I just got to learn how to do it. I have to learn what's
I know,
going on.
man.
So, yeah.
But I'm about a hustle. I used to wholesale houses. I own a couple of ATM machines. I'm still working a job. I want my apartment complex. As soon as I can get my apartment complex, man, I feel like I'm set for life. I
Yeah,
know what
Yeah,
I
I got
want
you.
and I'm going for it. And nobody's
Got you.
gonna
exactly.
stop me, man.
And I
So I
love
want
it,
this
man.
money and I love this hustle, guys. If you want to reach out and you want to talk to me, man, we can all team up just like we have it right here. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
in that text chat, guys. I mean,
Yes, sir.
I'm here with Mr. Hustle, man. Come on now.
No,
Got you.
Edwards, like, listen, what you're saying is completely true, and it's really really cool that you're utilizing everything is leveraged, but also you're picking up on that details, and the details that cost you money. You're sharing and you're helping other people, and that's
I
literally,
appreciate it. Trust me,
yeah,
I
and that's
appreciate it.
literally what I think a lot of people are missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what we're doing right now, and everything that you just said, you don't even understand how motivated you made people feel, because it's like, okay,
Exactly.
just
Oh,
Exactly.
starting
I know,
out,
man.
yeah, and it's like
Exactly.
that is really cool, and I'm happy for you, of course. And it is easy, but it also it takes time for people,
Some
because
dedication.
some people exactly, some people they
Yeah.
just want it,
You
they
just
want
gotta
it
go
right
out there
away.
and do it, boss.
Exactly. You just got to go out and
Hmm.
you got to try. You got to give your best effort. And
Yeah.
I have had people that have went out there, gave their best effort for a week, didn't see no results, and they were like, "Yo, Brandon, I can't do this, man. I'm not doing X,
It's
Y, and
because you're
Z."
not motivated,
It's
man.
yeah. You got to be self motivated. That's number one.
Yeah.
And then you come to a
Don't
community like this where we talk, and that's why I like doing this every Sunday, like just talking, but also like brainstorming, going over different techniques, and it helps somebody, and you might have just got somebody an extra $1,000 just by what you said today.
Oh,
So
I know, man, because
you
I
know what I
lost
mean?
I lost some money, man. But to me,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter about the loss because I
it don't
learned from it,
matter.
man.
Yep,
And man, this stuff is easy. I mean, that $200 that I lost out on it, I made it the very next day plus more.
exactly,
So it's like, come on, it doesn't.
exactly.
I don't give a hell, man. Thank you for
Yeah,
the information. Thank you for
Hmm.
screwing me because I
thank you for
learned
the
for the next
lesson.
person that's trying to.
Yep. Yep. And
Hmm.
regardless, you're gonna lose money doing this, guys. I'm telling you, you're gonna lose money,
Yeah.
but it's not about
Yep.
the money you lose. I'm telling you right now, I lose money every day. I lose money in my sleep. I lose money literally just when I get in the shower, I get out the shower, I lose. I'm telling you, I lose money every day. And
But you
every
lose
different
less than what you earned, though.
exactly. I
So it's
always
all
make
good.
it 10 times back, because
Yeah.
the losses can never trump your success. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And you always have to use that as fuel. So guys, like, just listen, everything that was just said, I couldn't have said it any more perfect. I
Hmm.
do. We're gonna get you in the chat, Napoleon. We're gonna get you in the chat, because we do have a
Okay.
chat, and Edward always posts his winnings in the chat. And he motivated. Like, I could tell you're a leader as well. Chase, I know you're a leader as well. I know everybody that really puts in an effort for this. You're a leader because you're the one taking a risk, and then when you're seeing those results, you're not just keeping it to yourself.
Hmm.
You're actually sharing information. And if you make people around you better, to me, that makes you a successful leader. You know what I mean? You got to
Hmm.
make people around you better. And that's how I
Hmm.
measure myself as well. All right. So SIG W is exactly what Edwards was just talking about. He was just talking about SIG W. And
Hmm.
SIG W is one of the best tools I ever had in my life. I found out about this tool overseas when I was actually dealing with a buyer, and he was using this. And ever since I saw him using this and I started using it, it's so many different options. No, it's not completely free all the time. You do have to end up paying for it when you're doing a whole bunch of buying, of course. But I'm going to tell you this website is awesome. Number one, this shows me all of my history for phones that I buy in a month. So when I go to my accountant and I want to actually talk about the devices that I brought and do etc., money wise, whatever I got to do with money, I have order history right here. Then I can go all the way back. I can go and I can choose whatever I want, y'all. Like, this is what I'm talking about. If I don't understand what somebody's saying about the carrier issue that I may be having, or they don't know the carrier, or if I think that this person is selling me a locked phone and I want to do more research, I have all of these options: 1 cent, 10 cents, 16 cents. Then you got these options which tell you a lot of information with the device, if it's repaired, all of this stuff, y'all. Like, this is one of the best tools. I recommend anybody that wants to get into phone flipping to use this tool. If you're not, you're going to lose money even more.
The only one I really ever use is the free Apple Basic Info, or that one right there.
Yeah. So eventually it's not going to be free. Eventually that's going to go away. I'm telling you. That's where they get you. But because I thought it was free when I first started, I thought it was going to be free forever. But
how much is it? How much is it a month if you're using all those tools?
It's not anything a month. You just pay 10 cents. So this was the free option. Now it's 10 cents. So they charge you when you start to like use it a lot. You know, when you use it a lot, because I have an account with SigW for 6 stores. So they ended up charging us because we use it a lot.
Yeah, I ran out. They said I couldn't do any more searches today.
Yeah. So it's like,
for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This morning I was throwing out offers, man. I was throwing out like 30 offers out there. So I was using a ton of I was checking the RPIs.
But look, so Apple Basic Info, 10 cents. You know what I mean? So like now iPhone, like I use all of these, like I said, depending, like I also buy MacBooks and stuff. So I use it a lot, but it's worth it. It's 10 cents. I mean, 10 cents ain't nothing to me. It's nothing to anybody, I think, when you're going to make it 10 times back. And I put $5 on here like every 2 hours, maybe every day. It depends on how much we use it, but it is what it is. It's worth it. So now when it comes to SigW, use this tool as leverage, because like Edward said already, man, whatever I see wrong with your phone, if I check your screen and it says can't verify that's original, oh my God, I'm taking money off. If I look at the battery and it's not, like, I'm taking money off. So I am going to take money off no matter what, because I have to use my money as leverage. You know, I cannot allow anybody, I can't be nice. Being nice, it costs you money. Okay, it costs you money. So I don't.
Okay, one short thing. So okay, you see those phones or what have you, and you get a phone, and say you take off 2 or 3 things or something like that. Maybe come up to $130 or something of that nature, right? So how, if you're selling that to the buyer, how do you, without it being physically damaged outside or what have you, how do you grade that and send it to the buyer? You know, or you said a buyer buys most buyers buy pretty much everything. So I'm wondering, how do you grade that with them? If you're, you understand what I'm saying? Like if there's something wrong with the battery, if there's something inside the phone that's not quite right. Say if the phone, if he's asking for 400 or something like that for it, and you got it all, you knocked it down to like 285 or something like that, right? So how are you settling that to the buyer? What are you telling them, or how do they? Go ahead.
Let me see if I can pull it up. So I get everything that you're saying. So what I usually do is, so what I use this. This is for today. Somebody actually sent this. So look at how simple this is. So you got the quantity, right? So it's one, one of each. Description: iPhone 13, 128, and etc. Company. Now, this is activation locked. When you put the company, this is when you would put any type of defect. So it's activation locked, blacklisted, or battery at such and such %, and you would just notate it. So then the buyer, what he would do is he gets the spreadsheet, he clicks this, and then he can he can look at all of the problems, even though when he types this in, he'll see the majority of them. Like, he'll already see his activation lock, but as far as like battery percentage, screen being cracked, back being cracked, you would just put it in this category, the company category. And that is the way that you would, specify exactly what the problem is with the device. Does that answer that question or no?
Somewhat. So you basically don't know what the phone was worth then, huh? After you put all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Because I can go to like a price list, and then what I can do is I can look at like so phones use grade C, fully functional cracked LCD glass or dent on housing. So that's grade C. Grade D, bad touchscreen, bad LCD, not original LCD, housing bent. So you see how it's broken down in different criteria. So if I have a phone that is like, let's just say this is back cracked,
Just
I
what
know
you
that.
no. Just what you just said. The last one that you just had, right? How would you break that one? Just the last one that was those are internal things that you couldn't see.
So like a battery, right? That's what you're talking about. Okay. So if it's a battery, what I would do is I would specify that fully functional. It's fully functional, but it has dents. So honestly, I would do a grade C. The only reason why I wouldn't do a grade D because it doesn't have a bad touchscreen. It's not that it doesn't have an original LCD or a housing bent. It's just you have to put it in the best category which it fits.
Okay.
Because they're never gonna say, hey, if it has this, because it's too much. It's too much.
The only reason I asked that is because I want to make sure that if you're sending it to the buyer, I'm not trying to skip over something or sell it to him for more, him or her for more than what it's worth or whatever. I don't want them to get that type of.
So buyers, you will never be able to sell it to them for more than it's worth. They'll always have just one set price.
They'll inspect it.
Yeah.
Can I let something out for the new guy real quick?
Yep.
Yeah.
So whenever you're getting started, man, this is a way I would recommend you do it. This is just based off of me. As soon as you get a phone, or a couple phones, try to just post them up on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace first to see if you can get that quick cash fast.
Okay.
So you can flip your money quicker. And the way I do it is, let's say I have like 7 or 10 phones. I sell 5 of them, but 5 of them haven't sold for some reason. Then I'm gonna ship those 5 out because I haven't sold for some reason. Then I'm gonna have a fresh new batch, and I'm gonna start. Let's say I start off with 3 now, and 2 of them sell within the next day. I flip that cash quick, so I can continue rolling that money, that snowball of that cash. But that one phone's still sitting around for some reason. Nobody wants it, but I'm gonna ship that phone out because I don't want it that long. I want my money quick. Let's move it as quickly as we possibly can to get as much phones as we possibly can. And don't go after every phone, man. Don't go after every phone. Study the market where you're at and see what phone is being showed up a lot on OfferUp, what's being showed up a lot on Facebook Marketplace, and try to get the good phones. Because a lot of people are kind of getting away from the not so good phones. And but you can still ship those out if you still want to. But that's just the way I'm doing my business and how I'm rolling my snowball quick.
Okay. Thank you.
And that is all true. Any phone that I do have, I put on OfferUp and Facebook. Not me personally, but my stores, or if I have them, I do put them up there. Now here's the only thing: you have to just determine what type of business you are. Everybody can't be in the field like Edward. Everybody can't, only because some people they work all the time, or they may.
Well, I can. I work part-time, so I can be in the field when I need.
Yeah, exactly.
I can be out there.
Yeah. So it all depends on what type of business you want to be running. But what he's saying is all of the best practices, making sure that you post, because the buyers are not going to give you the best price.
Gotcha.
Okay? They're not. They're going to give you the market value. But that's what I was trying to tell you guys in the beginning, is the market value doesn't mean that that's the value to the customer. That's the difference. You know what I mean? So we all value things differently. And Sally may value an iPhone 14 Pro Max at $1,000, and that's her prerogative. Like, that's what she wants to do. But the buyer could say that it's only 6. So it's all about making sure that you can try to sell it to a consumer first. Try.
Exactly.
And,
I got it.
All right. So and it's very. It's just easy. It's not rocket science. Edward said it's easy. This is easy. It's just all about making sure, again, you say self-motivated, but also ask the questions you have. Ask questions that you have the different people. And like I tell people, I'm never and will never say that I know everything. I do not know everything. I'm still a student myself. I'm still somebody trying to perfect my crafts. And it takes all of us to just continue to sharpen each other, you know. So that was really, really good practices, and I will recommend you to do that, but also do what makes you comfortable in the best, you know, form and fashion, because you are going to have to find what works for you and just make it come into play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Understood.
You know. So yeah, that is everything, y'all. Edwards, Napoleon, what I'm about to do, I'm about to put you in a in our group chat right now, as we speak. And this is a chat that we just started not too long ago, but it's something that I think is really cool because everybody posts their wins, and it's very, it's motivating. I see results happening from it, and it's only up from here, to be honest. It's only up, and we all help each other. You know, that's the biggest thing, helping each other. You know?
How much of this did I miss? It's recorded anyway, all right?
Yeah, and I'll send that to you, but you didn't miss much. But I will send a recording to you just so you have it for reference. So yeah, I'll send it to you. It'll be sent to you by tomorrow because that's the render and all this other stuff. But it will be sent to you. Yes, sir. All right. So any questions, concerns, anything anybody want to drop on anybody? Anything.
Did you say you were going to give us a checklist, like whatever checklist you have before you buy a phone?
Yes, I will. I'll give you guys that checklist. I'll email it to you.
And what happens? You say the checklist comes out every day, or you switch it when you switch?
The prices comes out every day, and I'll get that to you. And the prices comes out every day with different values. Sometimes the values do not change, but it's just more so just updating whenever it happens. Like today, like I said, the iPhone 13s went up more. So it's just, I would say daily, weekly, monthly. It depends on when the market changes and when it moves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. But as far as the checklist, I'll get that to you guys for sure. And make sure that you know, everybody has different tools, especially something that I see works for me and works for other people. I won't give you guys things that just work for me. I'll give you guys things that I see works for other people, especially people that are around me, people that I see that I work with on the internet, just things that I see work. I just want to continue to help you guys in the best way that I can. Just like I see everybody helping me in ways they can as well. It's just a teamwork, team effort. And I know that everybody will succeed as long as we try, and you know, like I say, try to be 1% better every single day. That's literally my goal, 1% better every day. That's it. So yeah, that will be it for today. What I will say is
one last thing. The buyers list, is that just one buyer's is that just one buyer, or?
So that was a great question. So no, it's not just one buyer. So I'm gonna show this. Well, so what I'll do is I'll put this in the chat in a little bit. So the way it works is this: the buyer's prices gives you a price. The price is the lowest price you can get. But I just had somebody, prime example, literally just had somebody send me a couple phones on Friday. What we do is we get the phones, we negotiate them with buyers. Now, of course, we try to negotiate so that we can get a $20 profit per phone. What we do in return is, when we do that, the buyers go up on prices. We don't tell the buyers what price that we think it should be worth. We let them determine it. Once they determine it, we'll get one from A, B, C, D. Then we ship the phones to the highest ones that are making the offer. Sort of kind of like an auction. Prime example, let's say that A is saying, okay, I'll give you this much for the 13, and they had the highest one, they get the 13, but then C may say, hey, you get the high, I'll do X, Y, and Z for 14. So what happens is you end up getting a spreadsheet. And what I want to do before we get off actually is I want to show you guys.
So you would go with you go with the best buyer for that particular week or what have you, or at that particular time.
We go with the best buyer that makes the best offer. Yep. So the best buyer that makes that best offer for that individual phone. It's individual phones. They end up getting the best.
Individual phone.
Yeah. Individually. So we try to just hunt to make sure that you get the best offer. But I'm about to pull one up to show you guys what it looks like. I just have to, let me see.
So is it
looks a certain type of way. This is what you'll get in your email. I'm gonna show you. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. So is it best? So you said individual phones, right? So if you're selling 3 or 4 phones to the buyer, right, it's still individual, isn't it? What I mean is that.
So individually would mean that they're making different offers. They're not making bulk offers. So what we do is we give them a list of phones that we have that week. So 300 phones we have, right? So we have 300, if we have 300 phones, they're bidding on each individual one.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm asking.
Yeah. Okay. So and that we do it that way because we see that it's a good feeling when somebody thinks they're going to get X, Y, and Z, but instead they get in a little bit more. And what it does is it looks better on business regardless, because it's like, okay, we already exceeded your expectations and now you're getting more of an income. It's going to keep you inclined to, doing business even further. Yeah. Exactly. So that's sort of kind of how we try to gauge it and try to make it to where everybody's making the maximum amount of money.
But the first thing you would do is try to sell it locally. In my case. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that would be the first thing I would say. And you don't have to, because see, here's the thing. Selling it locally is good because you're going to make money, but you can also at any point in time, you can sell it to a buyer. I don't sell locally really.
Yeah.
So this is how it comes. So it comes like this. So prime example, and I'll show you. How can I do this? Put it side by side. All right. So, okay, cool. Will that work? Okay. So for an iPhone 13, right? iPhone 13 right now, iPhone 13, 128. And this isn't from me. This right here is not from me. This is from the best buyers. So you'll see some in Chinese, like you'll just see different things. Those are the best buyers. So iPhone 13, 128, they ended up paying $340. This is what they got. Okay. So they ended up paying $340. And that was, so it's not you. These are new. So these are new. So it would be, so they are locked to Xfinity, right, guys? So they're locked to Xfinity, they're being locked. And this is what the price was. So this is what this was the ceiling we told the buyer, our buyer, the person that is sending me the phones to offer. So they offered under 230 or 230 at the highest. They made 340.
Okay, so the profit would be between, but the profit is what's between the 230 and 340. Okay.
No, they made 340. So
they made 340 on the phone. Okay.
Yeah. So they thought this price list doesn't mean this is all you're going to make. This is just telling you this is the least you can make. Okay. Does that make sense? But instead, what they did, it over exceeded their income potential. So we can do the iPhone 13 Pro Max is my favorite one to do because it was the used iPhone 13 Pro Max. Used iPhone 13 Pro Max, and it was unlocked, right? What does it say? Unlocked. And it was not an A because like new. It would have to be like new and have a box. It didn't have a box. It was B+. So it was a 128 unlocked, right? And that was $575, but instead they got 1,015.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, what?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So so this is what you get emailed once the phones get in processing, and once we see them. Once we see the device, once we inspect the device, it already goes to buyers immediately that same day. You can expect an offer and then your money being sent to you that same day. So this is what you get in your email. So a lot of people, they like, oh man, Why is it so low? It's low because we want to make sure that you're maximizing your profit. We don't give, this isn't a buyer's price list that just gives you, hey, this is what you're exactly going to make. We actually have a new system to where I haven't seen any prices like this where they were actually auctioning it off to get you more money. This price was not like this a couple of days ago. You know what I mean? So it's like making sure we're going to bat for people to make the most and maximize their profit.
Okay.
Yep.
All
So
right.
does that make sense?
Yes, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, so that's how that works, guys. And again, it's cool. And it's really great for you to offer it to consumers, but I just wanted to let you guys know that is another alternative as well to maximize your profit.
Okay.
All right. And
all right.
I think I put you in the chat. Yep, put you in the chat. Yep. So I put you in the chat. Yep. And
about to go meet someone at Walmart right after this.
Yes, sir. Let's go. So I do this every Sunday, guys. It's only going to get bigger and bigger, and I just want to I want it to be to the point to where everybody again is motivating each other, but also bringing the problems. Bringing the problems, brainstorming how to get through the problems. Because in business, one thing I didn't have was this. Like when my stores weren't getting customers, and when it was the pandemic, and we almost had to shut down. Like you always need other people that are in the same industry or the same realm as you to help you continue to find different solutions. Like Edwards he came on here and he gave you everything he had that works, and you can put that into play. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Ace as well. So it's like we all are sharing and bouncing ideas, and you can't fail that way.
I'm gonna try to get started. I'm gonna try to get started here sometime next week. I won't be able to do it right now, but I am gonna try to get started next time. I start buying some phones.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, it's definitely achievable, and it's something that you can get done. And I know for a fact that you'll succeed as long as you work your butt off and make the best out of it. It ain't nothing gonna stop you. Ain't nothing gonna stop you.
I got one last question while I'm on here. Now, this is not concerning the phones. I'm actually interested in that. I've been looking at what's that? The package, man, that you have, the 140 package. Yeah, so I have to learn about
I ordered some of that stuff. Yeah.
Where y'all sell it? Where you try to sell it at? Where do you sell it at?
I'm gonna try to sell it on Mercari. I'm gonna put it on Marketplace, and then whenever I sell a phone to somebody, I'll tell them, hey, listen, I got some other stuff too. If you need these accessories, I got them.
Yeah. Okay. So with the product box, like that is one of the best things I think I've came up with, only because for the longest I was trying to sell wholesale to people because I had great connects. So I just couldn't figure out how to make it so that people could really zero in on products. Yeah, and also when you give people a whole bunch of options, like the Chick-fil-A method we just talked about, sometimes their brain gets scattered, they don't know what to choose. So what we do is we give you the product box, which is random products, but at the same time, it's the most trending products, like the Type-C adapter, USB to Lightning cable cords, 10 of those, 10 of the USB-C to Lightning cables, like giving you different stuff that sells, and you'll be able to make a profit no matter what. Like I have not had anybody tell me they weren't able to make a profit. It's only $140. The max profit I've seen from it was like $465. And you can sit there and put it on, like Chase said, MERCARI, eBay, Amazon. I don't sell anything that is branded with a company that you're not going to be able to sell. And the reason why I say that is because with Amazon, prime example, you create an Amazon account, you can't sell Apple products unless you have a license to sell Apple. And that's the same thing when it comes in my store. So I ship you guys things that are actually selling online, but also to consumers in person. Worst case scenario, I did have a young lady that was like, well, I got it, and I don't really feel like taking pictures and doing X, Y, and Z. What should I do? Take it to a flea market. Have somebody go to a flea market for you. She had her little sister go to a flea market and she sold it all in the same day. It's so easy.
What do you recommend? What do you recommend that you try to sell most of them at? Not only the flea market, but I mean like online, Facebook and different things of that nature?
eBay, I love. eBay has been paying my electric bill and my gas bill and my water bill for about I don't even know how long off of chargers. So,
they got some nice fees on there, don't they?
Yeah. eBay, they pay people buy chargers nonstop. Amazon, MERCARI is a really good one. Facebook Marketplace is okay, but people be wanting to meet up. I don't have time for that. I don't really want to meet up. I want to ship it. So I would just stick with eBay, Amazon, MERCARI. If you have to, if you want, then you can go do an offer up or Facebook. No matter what, you're going to sell it. And also think about it like this. When it comes to the product box, that is the same thing I was talking about when I was saying utilize your money as leverage. You're putting your money into an asset. So Chase, he processed the order, and I saw that order because he's in the group chat. And one thing I can say is he put his money into an asset. Now he has nothing really to worry about, because when he gets the products, literally they're in something that he can liquidate. So now, right now, he has whatever he spent inside of something that's physical and tangible that's going to actually bring him profit back. You can't lose that, you know. So it's not even really about where you're going to sell it, because you can sell it anywhere. There's no restrictions on where you can sell these products, and they sell everywhere. Everywhere.
Are the fees on eBay and MERCARI pretty comparable?
So yes. So one thing about the fees on MERCARI, I don't do free shipping. Remember how I told you? I think I can show you right now. Remember how I just showed you?
You don't do free shipping at all?
Oh, I do. I'm about to show you. So like Type C, I do it depending on what's selling. So right here, I can do Type C adapters. I don't see them, right? I see this, but what I really want to look at is I want to go to status, I want to go to sold, and then I want to see, okay, what Type C adapters. So I know I can put it into a bundle, right? 3-pack. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to look and I'm going to see was shipping included? No. $5 delivery fee. So now I know that if I'm going to list this, I'm going to copy this exact thing, and I'm going to make sure that they're paying for it. I'm going to make sure they're paying for the shipping. I'm not going to pay for shipping when I see that they didn't pay for shipping. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm not. Now, what I will probably do, I'll probably lower the price a little bit if I'm just getting started, because I'll look at this person. He's well established. He has 1,185 sales. Seems like he sells electronic on a daily. So I'm just going to look at, and he relisted this as well because he sees that it works. So he probably spent like $6.50 on this, and he made $18. So it's like this prime example. We have this as well. You see how he's not doing any free delivery, but you can go and you can look on status and you can find some sold ones. And I'm definitely 100% sure you can see some people that did do free shipping, but I follow trends. I don't create them. I follow them when it comes to products. I let other people make the mistakes, and then I just capitalize off of not making the mistakes they make.
Hey guys, I got to step out to go meet someone to sell this phone, but I appreciate this class. Thank you so much.
Guys.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, man. Good luck. I'll talk to you.
Oh yeah, talk to you guys later.
All right.
So yeah, so that's the different piece. That's the difference. I don't know. I swore I was sharing my screen, but I really wasn't. But
no, you what? But that's okay.
Like I'm saying,
I gotta go create it. I gotta go create an eBay account then, because I'm gonna order I'm gonna order that the product box.
Yeah, so it's definitely a income opportunity. It's just all about, again, putting it up, selling it. You'll make a good $800 a week, literally just by listing products. They sell because people need them.
Okay. All right, man. I don't held you on here long enough.
No, you are fine, man. Listen. My time is I'm here for you guys, and I just want to see you guys succeed. Like I said, so anytime I'm here. So hit me up in the chat if you have any other questions. I'm here for you guys. I appreciate you guys for joining. It means a lot to me, and I hope that you guys have a great day.
Hey, man, we appreciate that too. I appreciate that too for sharing something with a reasonable price and getting something out of it, right? And
no problem.
The openness, right? Appreciate that, the transparency, because I've seen some stuff on there like, man, I know he's lying. I know.
Yeah, just being transparent. Good
Yeah.
business, man. That's all I believe
Appreciate
in is good business. Thank you so much, man.
All right, you guys have a blessed evening, man.
All right, you too.
You
We'll
too, man.
talk.
Take it
All
easy.
right.
All right, Edwards. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you
All
Yeah,
later.
no worries, boss.
All right,
Take it
bye-bye,
easy.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.